You're listening to Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick in association with Wexford Insurances. Challenge us at Wexford Insurances 0818 31 30 30.
My first guest this morning is Dick White, CEO of Gorey Chamber. Good morning, Dick, and thank you very much for joining me.
Hello, Karl. Great to be back again.
If we could start off by having a quick chat about the business environment in 2012. How was business?
I suppose, depending on which sector you might actually be talking about, whether it's retail, tourism, hotel, restaurant, service and industry, it's been a challenging year, to be honest, Karl. It's been a challenging year, I think, for everybody. We've created some jobs, we've lost some jobs. We're just holding our own.
Tesco are planning to build a new store in Gorey. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good news story for the town and for North Wexford. As you know, Tesco are already in Gorey, but they've decided to expand up by the monument, between the monument and the shopping centre, to bring to complete the relief road out towards Carnew. So that's going to create new jobs within the store itself. It's a Tesco Extra, so we're delighted for the vote of confidence in Gorey that Tesco have given us, and there will be a huge number of construction jobs in the interim period.
In relation to the retail environment within Gorey itself, is there many vacant units in the town at the moment?
No, actually there aren't. It's one of the great assets of the town that as soon as a premises becomes available, there's always somebody else to take it up. Just for example, this year Marvin Godkin, who ran Godkin's shoe shop on the main street, retired in September, and that premises has now actually been taken over with a lease, and it's fully occupied.
And in relation to the international multiples and UK brands, have many of them come to Gorey over the last number of years? And if so, have they done much damage to local traders?
I think it's one of the great views of Gorey that you actually find that there aren't an awful lot of high street shopping facilities. Most of Gorey is sort of built around owner-managers, bespoke specialist shops.
Has the Chamber itself done much to bring those community of retailers together to be able to cross-support and cross-refer clients to each other over the last 12 months?
Well, I suppose over the last 12 months we would have developed our Build Your Business network, our after-hour schemes, our lunches, our networking opportunities that we build with the different sectors. There is real power in acting as a collective. Now, it's difficult at times when you're looking at your own business to also be going out to work for a similar business 2 streets away, but in actual fact it does benefit everybody if we all work together. And
to focus on, let's say, IDA companies, has Gorey become the forgotten town when it comes to the IDA?
Sure we are. We weren't even on their website with the property that they actually had. When they listed the property in the southeast that the IDA owned, they had acres in Gorey that they didn't even list as being in their ownership. That's now been sold. Really and truly, we've been badly serviced by IDA Southeast. That's now moved on to Cork. We much prefer if we were actually under the Dublin office, because I think it gives us a greater sense of development can come from the north, from Dublin down into North Wexford.
And have you made any representations on behalf of the Chamber in respect of making that happen?
Yes, in actual fact, we've worked with the Town Council in that, and to try to develop a linkage northwards into the Dublin office as opposed to going southwards. It's just it just doesn't make sense for us. So we would hope into the future that Gorey would come under that particular wing.
Just on the topic of the Town Council, there has been substantial investment made in the town in the last number of years, and most recently, I suppose, in the Civic Centre. Tell me a little bit about that and how that came about. You
probably know that within the local authority structure, Gorey was the forgotten town, while in actual fact it was probably the second biggest trading town in the county. We don't have urban status, as you know, which sort of excluded us from a lot of other developments. But thankfully, over the last number of years, we've got a new library, we've got state-of-the-art civic offices, we've got a whole new court block. It's been an asset to the town. It's created sort of a focal point for the public service.
And in your opinion, what has been the highlight of business in Gorey in 2012?
keeping our head above water and still being here. And I think 2012 is an achievement still to be here, still operating, still creating employment and still providing a service.
Survival is certainly the new success. What has the Chamber done to support businesses, apart from the likes of the networking events, to make sure that businesses stay positive in the tough economic climate that we're in, and especially in a time when a lot of retail business is moving online?
Well, I suppose what we've attempted to do is to keep a positive message out there, to keep focused on the fact that Gorey is open, that we are in business, and that we are out there and open for the whole public, whether it is from the Dubs to come southwards or the rest of the county to come northwards. I suppose we do a lot of public relations work in relation to that. We would work closely with the politicians to make sure that the views of our members and of the business community are heard at a local and national level. And that's really, I suppose, a part of our focus. Our motto is to be in business for business. So we attempt to sell the message of Gorey and to keep people aware of the views of the business community.
And in relation to the insights that you have with local business owners in Gorey, what are they telling you are the biggest challenges facing them for 2013?
Look, we're in our sixth year of austerity budgets at this stage. People are punch drunk. I think the business community is to some extent punch drunk. I think Joe Public is punch drunk. The biggest challenge is to ensure that we stay open and that we continue to provide a service for the wider community that people are prepared to pay. I think there's a difficulty in the market in that the ends seem to be doing quite well. The upper end and the lower end seem to do, but the middle section is under pressure.
And what, in your opinion, is the unique selling point of Gorey?
I think we're unique. I think we're stylish. We're progressive. I think what it has is a selection of specialist shops that probably doesn't exist anywhere else on the East Coast, all within a 5-minute walk of each other.
Dick, in relation to Budget 2013, what are Gorey's Chamber's views in relation to it? Is it good, bad or indifferent for businesses?
Well, I suppose it's probably our 6th austerity budget. Austerity budgets aren't good, one way or the other, to be quite honest. I know that the government has attempted to say that there's a 10-point plan within it. I couldn't quite see the 10 points myself, to be honest. And I'd love somebody to tell me someday where they are. But from a business viewpoint, there are a few changes there that might help or assist the transport industry, other sectors like that. Really and truly, we need to stimulate the economy. That is the only way of actually helping business. And I think that's the biggest challenge that government has.
What are your thoughts in relation to the likes of the non-introduction of statutory sick pay, the PRSI changes, and also in relation to the redundancy payments, the changes that have been made in that in relation to the budget?
They're a bit of a curate's egg, some good and some bad, to be honest. I think the redundancy payment is difficult. It's putting a huge burden on employers to pay the full whack, the full cost. From that viewpoint, I think people who might well be encouraged, some employers might be encouraged to let people go before those new arrangements come into place.
The owner of a local Gorey business, Jim Hughes from Innovate Voice Grid, joined me on the show a number of months ago, and he went on to pick up a national award. Tell me a bit about that and the effect that has on Gorey as a town.
I think it's great that we have a local team of young men who are prepared to invest in North Wexford and Gorey in particular. They've won it's wonderful to bring an All-Ireland award back to Gorey. They're creating employment, they're progressive, they are bright, and they're committed to Wexford and committed to Gorey. It's been a great boost for the town, and we're delighted that Jim is operating his business successfully out of Gorey.
What's your outlook, your commercial outlook for 2013? Is it going to be a better or a worse year for businesses in Gorey?
We always live in hope, to be honest, don't we? You know what I mean? So we would be hoping that there will be an extra few pound going through the tills, that will be an extra few pound spent in all sectors. We have to strive to ensure that it happens. Can
the Chamber do anything to improve the commercial setting for businesses in Gorey next year?
What we can do is try to encourage as I say, the collective and people working together, and as a group, and we can achieve more as a group of 50 than say as an individual of one.
Well, Dick, many thanks for coming in and speaking to us this morning. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish both yourself and Gorey Chamber every success in 2013.
You're listening to Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick in association with Wexford Insurances. Think Wexford Insurances for your business insurance.